welcome to the Coffs Harbour Show Demolition Derby. Everyone ready for a car crash? Yeah. Anyone like Holden? We haven't got any anyway. We've only got 4 cars tonight. In 26 years we've been involved with this. This is the leanest Demolition Derby we've ever been involved with. But we've got some real characters here tonight. Young Luke in the 555 car won the Maxwell show last week and pocketed $1,000 in doing so. Dangerous Daz here in the 15 car, a long-running entrant, and sponsored by Better Value Motors and Nambucca Houseboats. We've got 2 Armadale boys that have made it down from the Tablelands this afternoon. We've got Nick Adams and his mate Nathan in the 2 XF Falcons, the Falcon Ute and the Falcon panel van. So we're just waiting for the Pyrotech guys to finish cleaning up there. So not too long now we'll be underway for the Demolition Derby. Few rules here, guys. No driver's doors hits. There's to be no one to be seen hitting the driver's door deliberately. Sometimes they do get scratched here and there, just coincidentally, and the judges won't be worrying too much about that, but there's to be no deliberate hits on driver's doors. You've got to stay inside the ring. More than half the car outside the ring means that you will be disqualified from the event. It's the last car still running. It usually takes around about 15 minutes for these guys to get through the 5 litres of fuel. That's all they're allowed to have on board, 5 litres. The cars are basically to be unmodified, so they can't even have a tow bar on them. They've got to be just a standard family car pretty much. So not a lot of modification apart from some strengthening around the driver's area just to ensure that we don't have any injuries. The guys will be, and that's the start signal, guys, so away you go. They're all right to go over there. Took us by a bit of surprise. I thought the other guys might be cleaning up beforehand. So, and as I say, the two local boys, the 555 and the 15 car, up against these Armadale boys. The Armadale fellas have been playing this for about 17 years, and they've made it all the way down from Armadale tonight. And Claudia and Thomas are Nathan's kids, and hopefully they're in the crowd barracking Nathan on in the 28 car, the pink and blue XF Falcon. And some big hits being put on by these Armadale guys. They've won quite a few events, and as I say, they participate in 5 or 6 events every year. Darren in the 15 car from Nambucca Head. He's won quite a few events over the years as well. The XF Falcons are obviously a little bit heavier and will drink a bit more fuel than the 4-cylinder variant, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. The 555 car, the Valor Beach Tavern entrant Luke Plow, as I say, he won the show in Maxwell last weekend, the weekend before last, and pocketed $1,000. So Luke's been playing this for a few years now and quite enjoys it. It's quite dangerous. It's actually fairly safe. As I say, the fuel tanks have been taken from the vehicles, and that means that there's a minimum risk of fire. Judges are always about to keep an eye. Nice to get there on the XF, the car 13. Narrow this there, as I say, only four exits, but these guys will do their very best to put on a display for you. It's nice to get going on there. That's very boggy, obviously. And I know all the kids like this. Charlie and Eli up there in the audience. I hope they're barracking on for either Darren or Luke. The 2 local guys. As I say, there's other fellas down from Armadale who listen the best to this mate, coming out of the 28 entry now, the XF Falcon, the Armadale entrance. So as I say, a couple of local boys up against up against the tableland boys here, and so it's always good to see these guys travelling for these events. It always puts on a good display. The two foursomes of the cars are both the same model again, both late 90s model Toyota Camry, and quite strong old motor cars, these Camrys. All of these cars were obviously new at one stage of the game as well, and the XF, the 28 entry, steaming quite heavily, and sounds a little water affected. Bit of steam coming now from the 13 vehicle, the XF Falcon. The white flag that these guys have on the side of their driver's pillars indicates that they are still participating. If the flag comes down, the flag gets pulled off, that means that they've decided not to compete anymore. They've got about 2 minutes to stay in motion, and looks like the Toyota Camry is hooked up to the XF Falcon, but still maintaining drive. So the Luke Cloud there around the other side. Going on there. Ooh. Big hit on the driver's door there on the on the driver's front guard. Quite legal to hit the front guard of the opponent. So as I say, the XF and the Camry are fairly well wedged together there, but still mobile. The Camry's I think the XF appears to be dead, but the Camry's still trying to push itself away from it, and big hit coming on the Camry. And that's this one, the Camry hits away again. The XF has made no forward motion for quite some time. As I say, he has 2 minutes before he will be deemed not to be competing. The other three cars still running quite well at this stage of the game. A bit of steam coming out of the other Armadale entry there, and the Camry looks as though it might be hooked up to the other Falcon now, the other Armadale entrance. As I say, the Camry's still making forward motion, but getting himself hooked up quite a bit on these other cars. 28 entry, fine again, so he's still in the time there to continue the race. Still everybody's here on the top half of the show. All four engines still running and running quite well. There's a bit of steam coming out of the 13 engine now, the 85 XF Falcon. So these boys down from Harbour, and they love their Demolition Derby, or the 28 engine again. Doesn't sounds quite water affected, and sounds reducing quite a bit, but he's still in motion. That's the main thing. That's all I can ask for. And nice work there is to avoid the driver's door hit there on the 555 entry. As you can probably hear, the XF, it's really taken some punish in the front. 13 entry, temporarily not running there at all, and we've got the driver trying to make modifications. As you beginning to run again. Both the Camrys still sounding quite healthy mechanically. Nothing to report. They both seem to be running quite well, even though they've sustained quite a bit of panel damage there. And Nick Adams in the third entry, the XF ute, and looks like it's over for the night for Mick. Now he's probably a little bit glad about that. He tells me that he's had quite a few big hits in the past and ended up on his side. He basically ends up on his side every year. And his personal best ever, he won bingo twice in one day. And for that effort he won a Coles voucher and a frozen chook. Nick is only 85 years old, of course, but that's as I say, these guys have made the effort. They've come down from Armidale to entertain you. I hope that everyone's enjoying the Demolition Derby. Still 3 cars well and truly running. And looks like the other Armidale entry, or sounds like the other Armidale entry, the 28 XF Falcon of Nathan's. It doesn't sound to be running at the moment, but as I say, he's got a couple of minutes to try and gather himself up there and get the thing to fire again. So we've got the 2 Toyotas, the Nambucca boys, Luke and Darren, still going quite well here. There's everything's going splendidly for the 2 Toyota Camrys. Good cars, these old Toyotas. Nathan, as I say, is sponsored by Luke is sponsored by the Valor Beach Tavern, and he won the Maxwell show a couple of weeks ago, so he'll have a taste for glory. He'd like to take out a couple of events in 1 year, of course. And Darren, he couldn't compete in the Maxwell show. He was on annual leave when it was held. It looks like this Camry could do with a little bit of a wheel alignment by the look at the front of it, but as I say, it's still going quite well. We know this old car very well. It was originally, as I say, a new car, but it was serviced by Darren, who is a mechanic, for about probably the last 12 or 13 years, I suppose. So he knows the car quite well mechanically. And Luke's brother, Malcolm, has supplied a couple of cars that Malcolm's used over the Demolition Derbies this year. But again, Luke's competed for many years in the past. So these guys are just sneaking around, and it'll probably come down to a fuel stoush by the end of it, who runs out of fuel first. So as I say, they will get in and have a few more hits, I'd say.
Really?
The VB sticker there, of course, on the 555 entry from the Valor Beach Tavern. Another one of Luke's sponsors is B Select in Nambucca Heads, and Keith thankfully supplied his time for scrutineering every year. It has done for quite a few years now. You just seen coming out of the front of the Camry of Darren's there, but still mobile, and as I say, they're getting into it now, these boys, so still anybody's game at this stage of the game. Fair bit of mud flying. As I say, good strong old cars, these old Camrys. Shame about the 2 Armidale boys, but they put on a great display for us, coming down from over the hill for this event. It's a bit of a shame we can't have a few more of the locals involved. I've been here when I've been in excess of 30 cars in this event. But, I guess the damp weather and whatnot just put a bit of a dampener on that tonight. So as I say, another one of Darren's sponsors is Nambucca River Houseboats, and they have a cruise boat down there, and offer river cruises every Wednesday if you're looking for a light refreshment, a morning tea cruise on the Nambucca, a lovely way to spend Wednesday morning. So these two guys, Darren and Luke, still running around. Fair bit of damage occurring now to the noses of both of these cars, and the passenger wheel on the 15 car is dangling precariously. But both cars still sound very, very good mechanically, and as I say, the game's still on. The money could be anybody's. And Darren's away again there, so. $1,000 up for grabs tonight in this Demolition Derby. Oh yeah, the damage to that left-hand front wheel on Darren on the 15 car, the little maroon Camry. You can probably see it's hung right over there. It's going to be very difficult to re-wheel line that motor vehicle, and might be running out of transmission fluid there too. The radiator's taken a big hit, and the transmission fluid runs through the radiator. So of course, if it runs out of fluid, then you run out of drive. Still sounds good in the motor, but doesn't appear to be making a lot of forward pace. So this stage of the game, it's looking a bit like Luke Clow in the 555 car. Eli's Uncle Luke, so Eli will be happy about that. Darren's still trying to make this car move. Oh, big hit there, and he's taking the flag down. So it's Luke Clow is the winner in the 555 entry, and the donut there for the crowd. Another great event, and thank you all for coming. I hope you've enjoyed the Demolition Derby tonight here at the Coffs Harbour Show. Again, a big thanks to the Armadale guys for coming all the way down. You put on a great display. Congratulations, Luke, and great work, Darren. Thank you, everybody.